Right, things then. Okay, I'll give you the quickie and the warlock nerfs.
Class balance is complete bullshit and needs to change. There you go.
Done. Here's the deal. Destro, too strong in M+. This was known about months ago. Did Blizzard tune this months ago? No. They then out of nowhere announced they're going to tune it now, just ahead of the MDI, and in a way that will impact people who are, of course, trying to, they're trying to do vaguely important things to them, like get cutting edge, push some keys, maybe get, one of those achievements before the season ends. And they're like, what the fuck, man? Now you nerf me? Now you nerf me after you seemingly allowed this to be tacitly okay because you didn't tune it in months? Hello? Blizzard saw the feedback and thought, oh, no, we shouldn't do that. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't. There you go. That's really it. That's the thing. So Destro Lock, Survival Hunter, in large target situations, they will be nerfed at the start of Season 4. Expect that. I believe with SV, it was that the bombs that we can throw were uncapped. They didn't have like a target cap thing or something like that.
How?
At least, was it like that at a point? Look, I could be incorrect, but I know that Survival was like really strong this patch.
I would severely hope that's not the case, because if they missed that when they were doing their target cap thing and then just didn't notice it and took months to fix it, then they need to take at least 10 of these fucking proletariat people and go, please look after these fucking classes, because no one here seems to have the capability to do it.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. Neither the capability nor the will. And this has been repeated for fucking months and months and months. And this is the thing about running a live service game that Blizzard sometimes don't seem to get. It has to be alive, right? And there's two forms of how you run a live service. Number one is you make the next thing, right? You put the next bit of railroad track down for the train to go along. But you also have to look at the fucking train before it explodes. And that's what's happening. They're kind of like, oh, we have everyone fucking blinders on making the next thing. And no one's in the engine room going, is this thing going anywhere? Is this thing are people monitoring this? Is there any changes? Is it going to stay alive until it reaches the next point that we're building? Because you have to kind of let it, before you make the next patch, you have to make sure that it's actually going to get there without shitting over everyone and making those tweaks, making those changes. You can't just go, that'll be fine. Let's not look at it. Build. And that's the kind of thing they fall into all the time when it comes to class balance. And it's really frustrating to see time and time again.
They just need to be faster. It's very simple. It's very simple. But then, I suppose, they probably have a situation where, they don't really have like a live team and the next amount of content team. I mean, I'm sure they do in a way. But seemingly, whoever would actually go in to fix this problem had to work in Dragonflight instead.
They're literally, I'm assuming they're working on the class talent trees. Which means they don't have time to go, oh, we need to go back and fix something and also integrate this fix into how we're planning for Dragonflight. Clearly they don't have the resources allocated for that. And I don't know how or why. With 100 people marked as design in their team, how they don't have someone who can look and go, that's a bit high. What happened to all your fucking analytics? All your internal testing, or just open Warcraft logs. Other people will do the job for you. Look at it and go, it's going down. Or ask on Twitter, maybe under the Warcraft devs account. Maybe, use the Discord where you can talk to people who are like experts in the class stuff and go, hey, would this change work? 20% nerf? And everyone goes, yeah, sure. And then you do it. And you're like, sweet, job's done within 3 weeks, as opposed to, we can't touch it now. 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 Fuck, we're running out of time. We have to touch it. Now it's too late to touch it because everyone's mad at us.
Yeah. So you have to whack these moles when they come up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Otherwise you have a mole infestation, which
loads of moles. Yeah. World of Warcraft's full of moles.
Yeah, and I think the mole infestation is just THD spamming Reign of Chaos. Reign of Chaos, Reign of Fire.
Yeah. Also, there were some buffs for Affliction Warlock and Vengeance DHs and Guardians.
Fuck it. Let's talk about those as well.
Oh, okay.
Mangle and auto attack damage increased by 10%.
Yeah.
So I am definitely relying on some other information as opposed to my own knowledge here. I've seen people say that's a couple hundred DPS when they're like 4K behind.
Oh.
What is this fucking feather baby touch? Push it a little bit. fix the problem. Don't make a fucking dumbass, half-assed attempt just to placate people, or like, oh, well, we don't want to overpower them now. We'll just make them slightly less fucking useless. It's the same with Affliction Warlock. Like, you're going to take a big chunk out of...
5%.
Take a massive chunk out of Destro, specifically with like targeting specific mechanics out of the problem. And then your Affliction, 5% across the board. Like, 5% across the board. No mechanical changes. Nothing. How long does that take to do? If that doesn't take you 30 fucking seconds to do, in terms of, let's run our own internal raid bots, 5% increase, what's that look like across this wave of stuff? Okay. Or no, better yet, go to fucking Blood Mallet. Look at the numbers. Get a calculator out, put 5% extra on the calculator and go, is that enough? Yes. Fucking tweak the number, because it's one number. It's the aura change. And if it's not that, then their tools are fucking busted.
Yeah.
So why does it take fucking months to go, here's 5% extra damage for a massively underperforming spec?
They're a multi-dollar company. They have 5 developers.
Fucking hell.
There are 5 people making World of Warcraft. You keep on forgetting this.
It really feels that way when it comes to this specifically. And this is just so unbelievably frustrating for this is the thing. I don't care. I don't give a shit about this.
Does not impact me or you in the slightest.
Well, it actually does, because I would love to play Affliction Warlock, because I don't like it as much as I did in Legion, but I would like to play it, but it
barely does.
Just fucking... Why? Why is this the case? How is this the case? How is this always the case? It's just forever... Fuck you, your class won't be balanced. Nothing will be balanced.
Just
the game doesn't matter.
It's always too late. It's always too late. It's always too little too late. That's just the way it is. It's how it has been. I mean, fucking hell, do you remember the whole situation with corruptions? Where the corruptions launch being beyond badly balanced. But then they have this crazy situation where it's like, okay, Echoing Void is so OP. The Devastation one, so OP. But then people spend a fuckload of time to get those things, and because they didn't get their balance right in the first instance, now what do you do? Because if you make it balanced, you fuck over everyone's investment, like with the Destro Lock situation. Yeah. This shit has to be right earlier.
Yeah, and here's someone playing devil's advocate, Christian. Maybe they're just spending their time testing the other avenues of balance and never think the percent balance increase or decrease is enough. It doesn't matter what they are doing internally that doesn't see the light of day. What matters is what the players experience. That's always been, that is always, no matter what it is always the end user experience that matters. Reality doesn't give a fuck about what people think.
Strip everything away. Yeah. The only thing that matters is output, in a way.
Yeah, and it's not output like literal output, like logical output. It's what the person sitting down to press the buttons at the keyboard, how they go away feeling. In the short term and also in the long term. That's all that matters. And it doesn't matter if they're like, well, if you spend 400 years getting the number not quite right, and then the last second you get it sort of right, just get it sort of right in the fucking first place.
I guess what's odd is, those aura changes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the problem with an aura change is it's very broad, so it will impact, all aspects.
Yeah, that's a mallet, like.
But those were kind of designed to allow for quick changing.
Exactly. The whole point of those was, we can literally, we don't have to think about if we add, 4% extra damage to Unstable Affliction, will that impact everything else? We just go, numbers up by 5%. Why can't they go numbers up? Oh, that's 20% underperforming. Up by 15%. Give it a week, 5% next week, see what happens. Why is there not someone there? Why is there not someone there? And Red Mist, no, Christian didn't aggro me. He actually made a very good point. But one I wanted to kind of say that I can see, obviously they said they were playing devil's advocate as well. But it's like, yeah, I think that if that is true, that is a problem as well. I think that's the case of like, it's what players feel, and players just feel like the numbers are made up. Your spec that you like will just be shit someday, and arbitrarily the axe will come down. And then if you're a Mythic Raider, you get to, if you're a group of Mythic Raiders or you're at the top, you get to complain and get them delayed or whatever else. But people who are at the bottom of the thing just go fuck yourself.
None of this should be a problem in the first place. And it definitely does speak to something, though, that the high-end community has a disproportionate reach. But it's also because they are disproportionately engaged, because they genuinely care a lot, because they like playing the game a lot, which is also worth thinking about. Oh, that's wild. In terms of other things for in-game this week, right, auto shot bug. Turns out any hunter pull, it's the game's fault. It's Blizzard's fault, not the hunter. I say that as an ex-hunter. We're never in the wrong. We're never in the wrong. So they fixed an issue where auto shot could be cast when targeting a sepulcher boss with the left mouse button after being rezzed. Cool. Oh, that's fun.